What's up, everybody? I am back for my review, and this is the review for Love in the City. This is the final episode for Love in the City, so I'm glad about that. I mean, I was not glad about it because it was a pretty good season, but it wasn't as, like I said, it wasn't as exciting like I thought it was. But it was a good episode tonight, and this is the finale episode. And then we will have to see if they're going to come back for a season 2. Hang on, though. Let me just go ahead and pull it up. So, yeah, this is Love in the City, Season 1, Episode 7. Wow, they only have 7 episodes. That's interesting. So, Season 1, Episode 7. Alright. So, I did not take notes, but I have just been, just kind of going back and forth with it. But so first we start off with Kaya and Shanola meeting up, and they're going to have the dinner. And Kaya is just saying that yes, she is newly single. Her and Roz, the guy that she was dating, the Russian guy, whatever he was, they broke up, and he broke up with her. Remember last episode, he broke up with her, and so her and Shanola meet up for drinks or whatnot, and she's gonna they just start talking about that. She tells her that Kaya tells Shanola that she still wants a baby, but she's gonna have to do the picking or decision making based on, making smart decisions about who's gonna be her man and who's gonna be her baby daddy. So go figure. I'm not really sure what she means by that. But that's what she said. She's going to have to make their better decisions based on that, about that. So Shanola starts talking about how busy she is and her situation with her ex-husband, well, not ex-husband, her husband who she separated from, Carlisle. So she was just like, everybody's got an opinion of what she's doing as far as still trying to be in business with him with the donut shop. Also trying to do her own thing with photography. But, she's just trying to, do both because she do want to help him out. And Kaya was just like, she definitely don't want to leave him hanging. But, she just is basically having a struggle about, where she is about making her marriage work and about making her husband happy and where she wants to go, how she wants to move forward in her life. So they toasted up to babies and good transition. Kaya's like she said she still want to have her baby, so hopefully she does. Then we get to Brashan. She's at the bar waiting on Tiffany to show up. Tiffany shows up and she tells Tiffany about an event that she's about to do for her charity, which is We Are Warriors. And, her and Tiffany had that situation when they went to Africa, but she is going to give her another chance and have her help with the We Are Warriors event. So she asked Tiffany to bring a picture. Well, no, Tiffany told her about, she did that photo shoot last week exposing her breasts after she had the double mastectomy because, some women don't want to be exposed. And so Rashawn thought it was a great idea that she did that. And so she was just like, so I can use that. And then Rashawn also invited her to speak at the event. So they kind of brainstormed what Tiffany would do, what part Tiffany would take in the event option, So I'm trying to see if at that time she told her about the picture. So yeah, she said she Tiffany suggested, what if I brought my photos and we can like show them, you know. And so yeah, so this was the time when they was just kind of brainstorming about how Tiffany would fit into this event. And she was glad to offer the extension for her, you know, because they both are breast cancer survivors. And this is a breast cancer event. She also started talking to her about Tiffany Starr's boyfriend. Tiffany and Brian, the guy she was dating, they had a situation. They semi took a break. And Bershawn was asking about, you know, the whole situation because she said Kaya had mentioned a little bit to me and I just wanted to ask you about it. So she asked her and she was just like, you know, it is kind of personal. You know, I haven't really shared everything with the girls. And so when she told Bershawn that it was personal, Bershawn was like, okay, you know, it's personal, but, you know, have you guys talked about it? You know, la la. So she didn't really go into details about what happened with the breakup, but she did say in her confessional that, you know, she hasn't really told the girls exactly what happened, but she don't want to do that until she talked to him. So we don't know exactly what happened with the whole breakup situation. So, but she said they are supposed to have a talk, and they're going to talk soon about it and try to work it out, and we'll see where they're going to go. Tiffany has a date with Brian at his mom's house. So this, I guess, a couple of days later, she meet him over at his family house, and they have dinner. And after the dinner, you know, they're sitting down talking, and Tiffany asks Brian to go outside and talk. So when they walk outside, you know, Tiffany's just like, I'm really sad. I'm really disappointed. She was just like, I'm not, basically in a nutshell, she was telling him that she didn't feel like, you know, he was, just like all the way 100 with her. And, you know, this is not the first time he's made the same kind of mistakes. And, you know, because like I said, he was texting some chick or texting or doing something. I ain't sure what he was doing. But, she was just like, you know, she don't really know if he's got her heart in his best interest because of all these other encounters with women. So she wasn't really sure if she wanted to pursue it. Now, after that, you know, she wasn't really letting him get a word in edgewise, you know, how we do. And he was just like, when he was able to talk, he was like, you know, I acknowledge I made a mistake. You know, he apologized for the mistake. And he wanted to try to fix it. You know, he wanted to try to work it out. She wanted him to say it and basically say, I fucked up, I messed up, you know, I'm sorry I messed up. But I think in my opinion, that's what he said to her. But she was just looking for it to come, I guess, a different way. I'm not really sure. In any event, he got frustrated. They walked in the house, you know, he was just like, you know, well, he did explain himself. He explained that, you know, whoever he was talking to on the text messages, you know, but they've been friends for a long time. Over the years, they kept up communicating. She was just like, you know, she felt like it's inappropriate. But, you know, basically, long story short, he ended up saying, like, you know, well, she said she wanted to, you know, badger him for saying, you know, not apologizing the way he wanted to. Yeah, so he got frustrated and walked out. So when he did that, she kind of walked off and went in the house. And when she went in the house, she got her bags. Stuff. I don't know why she had bags. I don't know if they would, but she walked in and got her bags. He came back out, and he was like, you know, he was sitting on the porch when she came out, and she was just like, you know, I'm leaving. And he was like, well, before you leave, this, and that. She was like, well, no. She cut him off again. She was just like, you know, this tough guy act. She was like, what tough guy act? He was like, you know, when I say I'm leaving, this is like, bye. So, I'm not sure exactly what Tiffany wants from this guy, but I don't really think she liked him really because she said he making her feel like she desperate, and that's just not cool. So I don't know if she really liked him like that, but in any event, she get her stuff and leave. So I'm assuming that was the end for them. They broke up because they didn't really show them. Like I said, this is the finale. That was the last part of that relationship, Tiffany and Brian. We get back. Rashawn is at a meeting, having a meeting with her business partners about this whole event that she's having. And she tells them, her plans for the event. A picture, one picture per speaker, and the picture is basically going to be up with the speaker doing a slideshow. So, she go over all the people, and then she go over Tiffany. So, because Tiffany and Rashawn Bridges' partner had an issue back in the past when they went to Ghana, now she's the business partner. I forgot her name. She's kind of iffy about inviting her to this particular event because she don't really know how she's going to, how she gonna do, because at the last event she took, basically hijacked the event, started talking about her own personal charity when she got into a beef with the business partner. So Brashawn was just like, I have moved on from it, so that's why I sent her the invitation. So she is gonna come, she is gonna speak, she's gonna have a picture, but the business partner has not moved on. But in the end of the day, it's business, so she's going to go ahead and have Tiffany come. Shanola meets up with Carlisle at the building where they find out he didn't get the permit. So without permits, he can't build. Without building, everything is kind of on the standstill right now. So they get to the building, start talking about, what's happening with the business, and basically they can't really do much. She tells him that, they need to really try to focus on what's going on with them and stop making the business, their life, their big relationship about the business. He was just like, our relationship is not, what is the donut shop called? I forgot. Our relationship is not the shop, but so they start talking about their relationship. So basically, in a nutshell, okay, so here it is, and I had to really understand this. Carlisle and Shanola are married. Okay, Carlisle wants kids. No, first of all, they've been married for 13 years. Carlisle would like children. Naturally, Shanola cannot have children. During the course of the 13-year marriage, Shanola has been going through all kinds of fertility, in vitro, all of that stuff to try to get pregnant. Nothing has happened. At this point, Shanola is tired of doing that. So Shanola has come to terms with not wanting kids at all. If they have to be her own flesh and blood, as opposed to an adoption, she don't want to have kids. From my understanding, she don't want to have kids. So Carlisle still wants to have kids. So because they are in two different spaces right now, this is why they have a situation with possibly a divorce. And I think that's sad. I'm not sure how I would actually handle that. Now, what's supposed to happen, normally, you have this discussion during the relationship, before you get married, so that, you're not married to somebody who cannot really fulfill this and you end up getting divorced. However, I do understand where, she basically said that you marry somebody that you really love, and you can't give them what they want. So if you love them, you have to allow them to have what they want, and that's just the truth. That's just the realness, and that's just the reality. And he is very adamant on, he wants to have children, and he wants it to be, if it's not, he would prefer that it is of them too, but if not, he would definitely want it to be of him. So that's what a crossroads is. So, what do you guys think? I think that, that would be a really, really hard thing, because, you marry for love, you still in love, you're not falling out of love for cheating or money or nothing like that. You really just breaking up because one person can't give you what you want, and it's something so deep as a child. Still, it's sad that it wasn't already discussed, wasn't already a factor, wasn't already put on the table to kind of make a choice before it got so serious. So yeah, that's basically what's going on with Shanola and Carlisle. It's really sad. I really do hope that they find happiness somewhere in this, because I like Shanola. I think she was one of my favorites on the episode. I mean, on the season actually. Um. So yeah. Then we got So the ladies are gonna meet up for the event, and they just come in to basically look at the space. The space is really nice and big, and when they show up, Tiffany comes in. Like I said, Kaya, everybody has a position. This is Brashawn's event. Kaya's gonna do all the ladies' hair. Uh, Shanola's gonna do the photography. Tiffany is gonna do her. She's one of the ladies, so she's got a speech and a picture. Okay, so at some point, Brashawn tells her, the JPEG, which is a picture uploaded, would need to be sent, and she get her speech together and be ready for that night. So when they come in, Tiffany is kind of looking a little somber, like something may be wrong. She got her hat on. She don't have her hair on or anything like that. And I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to fix my dress. Okay, she don't have her hair on. So she is basically having a moment because her and Brian actually officially broke up, and during this breakup, so she come in and she's just like, she looking sad, right? So everybody's like, did you get the picture, Tiffany? Where are you with your situation? Did you get the picture? She was like, me and my boyfriend broke up for Sean. So I need a moment. So Rashawn was just like, so you don't have it? So you don't have your picture or anything like that? She was like, you never took the picture over? She was like, she just started making excuses about a picture and a hard copy when she clearly said she wanted to be uploaded as a slideshow. Kaya jumps in, just like, this is so okay. She's not gonna be a part of it then because we don't have time for this. This is something that's important to her, and we don't have time for games. She was just like, So when she said she's not gonna be a part of it, Tiffany was like, I'm not gonna be a part of it. So she just started turning around and walk out. And then it was like, don't leave, don't leave. She's like, and y'all yelling at me. She's like, I just had a double mistake. Like, she always go back to that. Yes, it was done. It was 4 months ago, but you do have to take responsibility for what you say you're going to do. And, if you was not able to do that or whatever, you still have to go ahead and, like, everybody have their own issues, but you still supposed to do what you said that you're going to do. And so they was just kind of telling her this, and she's kind of taking offense to it because I guess the way they were coming at her, telling her. But, it's the truth. So, basically, after she gave them all the excuses and all this stuff, basically she went outside. Kaya went to go talk to her. Kaya kind of asked, like, what really happened. And so she tells her that, the boyfriend, he took her computer. He took her computer. He took her Chanel bag, and he took her wig. And, she has breast cancer, so she just had the mastectomy, so her hair, is growing back, but, she wear her wig. So it was like, he's like, he didn't take your wig. Nah, he didn't do that. So it's like, yes, he did, and so she was just like, that's so messed up. So when Rashawn and Shanola come out, she was like, y'all stop talking when we come out. She's like, no, she's like, yeah, we just trying to make sense of what's going on. She was like, basically in a nutshell, he took her damn computer and he took her damn hair. How the fuck you gonna take somebody's damn hair? So they was just trying to kind of dog him about that. So Tiffany was like, can we not talk about this anymore? So they were just, trying to hug it out or whatever, just kind of be there for her. But, at the same, so they never did really mention the whole situation with with the event anymore. So, let's see. Where are we? I ain't got long. Oh, Brashawn and Shanola go out for lunch. You know, they have a conversation, talk about the whole situation with Tiffany, and you know, she still hasn't gotten a picture from her at this point. She called Tiffany, no, she got a voicemail to see what was going on. She called her first. Then she called a business partner to see if she had gotten anything. She's like, she called her and, you know, she didn't get nothing. And, you know, at this point, you know, just go ahead and bypass it. Let it go. We don't need a picture. We don't need a speech. Just go ahead and let's go ahead and move forward with the people that we got. So, Kaya, you know, because Kaya brought Tiffany to the fold whenever they met, she was just like, dang, Tiffany, you're making me look bad. But Tiffany's whole thing is, you know, she going through this situation and she just need to be cut a little slack, which I get it. But I really just don't understand why you commit to stuff that you really can't do. That's all. Don't commit to it if you don't have, like, full intentions on making it happen or thinking that you can make it happen. Like, at least 95% sure that you can make it happen before you just commit. So it's time for the show. The ladies coming into the building, to the venue, to get everything ready. Shanola is there and Kaya's there. Brashawn shows up and they make a joke about how they there. Your friends are there. You know, we're here on time. She was just like, you know, I love it. I love it. So everybody's getting started. Kaya's doing hair. Shanola is getting ready to do these photos for the ladies. And all of these ladies are going to be, you know, the speakers. When Tiffany shows up, you know, she's ready, prepared to do her speech. She's got a hard copy of a picture, which was clearly not the instructions. And she walks up to Brashawn and she's, you know, just talking to her. And she's like, you know, well, I'm still going to speak. And she was like, you know, we had to cut that too because we didn't get a picture. And it's a slideshow. So where there's a speaker, there's a picture, you know, and everybody's going to have a picture. So Tiffany was like, you know, at that point, she seemed like she understood everything. She walked off, you know. Backstage, they talking about, you know, the whole Tiffany situation and these excuses. Shanola compared it to the fact that, you know, her and Carlisle's situation, what she going through right now, like basically in a divorce happening, and she's there to help. So she just don't know why she's got to go ahead and make this such a big stick, you know, not be accountable for what she doing. So the event starts and everything, and well first, before the event starts, Tiffany has her guy or assistant or whatever outside, kind of in the back, and he's got the hard copy of the picture. So somehow he comes in on the showroom floor with the hard copy. Brashawn sees him like, you know, whoa, where you going with this? And she's like, you know, this is my picture. When she was like, when Brashawn sees this picture, she's gonna love it. She's gonna want to see it, you know, want it out there. So she was just like, this is my picture. So she was like, you know, we're not using your picture. You know, we did discuss this, you know, blah, blah, blah. We're not using the picture. So she walked off in frustration. Tiffany go back to see the picture because I guess this is her first time seeing it. Her and assistant reveal the picture, and she touched by it. She starts crying. Rashawn is back there getting her hair done, and she decides that she's gonna go ahead and have a change of heart and let Tiffany speak. No picture, but you can speak. So all of the people speak, and they have some really beautiful speeches. Everybody had, you know, speeches ended with the whole "We Are Warriors" situation. It was really, really nice. When Tiffany got up to speak, you know, she told her story, and you know, it was really touching as well. Rashawn came up for her, and you know, it turned out really nice at the end of the night. Tiffany, the event is over, and Tiffany and all the ladies are standing around talking, and Tiffany says to Quaya, you know, about the whole Brian situation and where are you going to go, because they were living together when all this happened. She was like, I'm going to go back to my apartment. So she was just like, you know, can I stay with you for a little while? So Kaya was like, you know, you're going to drive me crazy, but you can stay here for a couple of days, you know, a weekend. She's like, okay, cool. So she's still going to stay there for the weekend and bring her 2 dogs. So she went to her apartment and cleaned the little stuff out. that she was gonna take for her for the weekend over to Kaya's. Kaya come and pick her up, and yeah, basically it goes off. So we will see how the season ends, or if we get another season. But all in all, I would say I'm gonna rate it between a scale of 1 to 10. I'll say about a 7. Alright, well, peace out, and I'll be back in a minute for Married to Medicine review.